How to play Samira in under 6 minutes. Samira is a marksman who is played in the bottom lane. You can also play her mid lane and top lane, although I do think she is the best in the bottom lane. I would not recommend her playing jungle and support, because that would be griefing. Samira has a stacking passive that goes up to 6 stacks, which is the required amount to use your ultimate ability. Each stack will give you a little bit of move speed that is scaling off your level. The way you get this section Samira is by auto-attacking or using abilities on enemy. It has to be unique, so different from the last ability or attack that you used. So for example, Q auto would be 4 stacks. But Q is only 1. With Samira, when you are targeting a champion that is very close to you within 200 range, she will actually whip out her blade instead of her gun, and it will do a little bit of extra magical damage on each hit. When Samira basic attacks on a mobilized target, she will get a little bit of a dash towards the enemy that will do a little bit of damage as well. If the target was knocked up, she will keep them airborne for another 0.5 seconds. Samira Q is your long range poking ability or your melee sword attack. If they are close to you, you will whip out your sword and do damage with that. If they're far away, you will just shoot your gun. You can cast Q mid-E to drop like little explosives on you, which does the same damage as just Qing normally. Your Q can crit, but will apply lifesteal at a reduced percentage, only 66.6%. Samira W is like an AoE windwall that will just destroy any projectile that is shot into it. Samira W also does damage. It will hit twice, once at the start and one at the end. If you E in the middle of a W, so WEW, you can actually get 3 stacks of that total, so 2 stacks with 1 W, which is very important for fast combo. If you have enough stacks to ult, you can actually end your W earlier to just start your ult faster. Samira W is mostly used to just get rid of big enemy projectiles like an Ashe ult or a Nada ult or even a Senna ult, and it's also a key part of just building up your combo stacks. Samira E is a dash that can be used on enemies, enemy structures, minions, camps, anything that isn't an ally. It will deal magic damage even though it scales with AD. And it will also give you a little bit of a bonus attack speed boost. So keep in mind you can E to a tower to get a little bit of a bonus attack speed boost to help you get the tower or the plates faster. You can also E to an inhibitor, even a nexus. Although I don't see it. Oh, that's helpful. You can E while ulting, you can also EQ while ulting for a bit of extra burst damage. E is very important to get on your enemies and to reposition for a better ult to just avoid CC. The Samira ult is your AoE spin ability where you shoot all around you, hitting every target that's in the area. Each shot can crit, which is why crit builds are really good on Samira. Keep in mind that the ult is reduced damage against minions by a lot of percentage, like 75%, so clearing a wave with ult is not very easy, you're better off just securing or auto-attacking. Pressing Samira ult will slow you by 30%, so keep in mind pressing your ult button will slow you a little bit, so it might be a little bit harder for you to stick on your targets. So sometimes when you're chasing someone, it is better off to not ult, because you might outrun them, but the slow might lose you out on that kill, because you lose a bit of move speed for 2 seconds. Samira ult also applies lifesteal, but only at 50% effectiveness. You need a visible target near you to be able to press R. If they're invisible, even though you have your R, you cannot press it until you actually see them on your screen. Samira has a unique taunt ability where you can throw a little coin at an enemy. If it actually hits them, it will do 1 true damage and give them 1 coin, which is 1 gold. Not very useful, but it's a funny taunt to use. The easiest and most safe way to just build up your combo points with Samira is just auto and queuing from a far distance. If you want a more advanced or fast combo, once someone is on you, you can just auto W, EQ, W auto for a fast 6 stacks and an instant ult. To wrap up this video, I'm just going to talk about the runes, the matchups, and the builds real quick. The matchups are pretty straightforward. Anything that has a knock-up, CC, and hard engage is good for Samira to have on her team, and bad to have on the other team. As you can see, these are the best top laners to play with Samira. They're all pretty much like hard engage, knockups, peel. These are the best synergy supports with Samira. Again, knockups, hard engage, and peel. These are your best AD carry matchups according to the stats. These are the best junglers to have on your team. Again, you can kind of tell the pattern there. Knockups, hard engage. As a starting Samira item, you can start with this. It gives you a little bit of health, gives you some lifesteal, and gives you 1 potion. I prefer just going the longsword and 3 pots because it's more sustained. Like you can go for more trades with the extra potions. If you are playing into a shitty like poke lane, you might as well just go Thorn Shield and 1 potion to get the extra regen from the shield. And this is the most straightforward, most common Samira page you can use. You can take Presence of Mind as well, which I kind of like. Even though Samira ult is 0 mana, I do feel like I run out of mana pretty often because I'm poking a lot with Samira Q. But you can pretty much copy this page and it would work every single game. you can take cut down instead of last stand if they have a lot of like health tanks like Sion, Cho'Gath, and of course you can take MR. If you're playing versus like a Karthus bot lane, you of course don't take the armor and the runes, you just take the MR. So even though this patch just started, these are the current win rates on these mythic items for Samira. I would just recommend going IE almost every single game. IE just feels really good. Guild Force helps you engage as well if you need that extra help to get onto someone. I'll show an example build that you can almost hard force every single game. You can maybe change it up a little bit, but this is pretty much the core Samira build. That's pretty much all there is to it. I didn't want to make this video too long. I just want like a short little guide going through the basics. I can do more guides in the future though regarding like extensive builds, mythic options, what to build when, what to do when, stuff like that. So if you do want any of that, just let me know in the comments and I'll gladly do them. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.